and we are just days away from Election Day in Louisiana and one of the key races on the ballot in Caddo Parish, the race for sheriff. Now today the candidates had another opportunity to answer questions from the community, and KSLA News 12's Tamer Knight has the details from inside the forum luncheon.
I want to get to know these people. I want to get to know what their platforms and their planks are so that we can create a more sustainable economic development for Northwest Louisiana.
The North Shreveport Business Association held a forum luncheon to allow the 6 Caddo Parish Sheriff candidates the opportunity to answer questions in front of the community. The 6 candidates, John Nicholson, Henry Whitehorn, Shane Gibson, Patricia Gilley, Eric Hatfield, and Hersey Jones Jr. were asked a host of questions.
What are your top priorities as sheriff, and how do you plan to implement these priorities while paying attention to the costs to the taxpayers of Caddo Parish?
I'm committed to doing the same as the sheriff of Caddo Parish. I will make sure that my deputies have the resources they need to do their job. Also important that the sheriff's office continue to coordinate closely with federal and state partners. Those are all the federal agencies that are in the law enforcement space here and with Shreveport Police Department.
My top priority is going to be to provide the level of protection for our community, our employees, that you've all been asking for. When it comes to violent crime, I will work with the local, state, and federal partners to ensure that we're taking illegal guns off our streets and putting violent criminals where they need to be.
First on my list of priorities is going to be to improve the mental wellness. We've done that at the Greenwood Police Department with little to no cost to the agency. A lot of the programs that are focused on improving mental wellness for the employees are just they're free courses. That you just have to send the person to the class. Some of them even include the food and lodging.
And so the question is, what are some of the main topics? And I only have 2 minutes, so they are. Kalia, the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. That is number 1. It has to start week 1 because it takes 2 years to get this accreditation. It's by the superlative group of law enforcement agencies.
And violent crime is the thing that's most prevalent on every one of our agendas. And so, and rightfully so. So we have an epidemic, but there is a way to fix this. So one is my very first plan when it comes to violent crime would be working in the inner city. So with the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office, we'll use our brightest and best officers, form tactical units, kind of like they did with T-Bone or different things that they've named in the past.
My top priority in establishing that tone is to start with law enforcement. I say criminals can't be in law enforcement. We need to establish a tone that you can't join law enforcement, break the law, and get a pass. Makes no sense. That's not law enforcement.
One of these candidates will be Caddo's newest sheriff in more than 20 years. In Caddo Parish, Tamer Knight, KSLA News 12.